So, here we are, the day after the entire night of deving.
It's almost 1 p.m.
And we promised our fans, like what, like a video or something like that?
Fuck if I know. Why do we do shit like that?
I don't
No, we've been recording all night for chapter 23, been super busy with like work and grad school and like
everything.
Yeah, obviously we've been working. So we are just, I was cleaning out the camera, there's a whole bunch of old footage from like stuff that you guys have never seen.
I think.
I'm not actually going to go back and confirm that you've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure you've never seen it. So, welcome to Adventures in Game Development, Lost Chapter 2, right? This is the second.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to keep trying to keep the videos going. Please don't forget about us, Kickstarter, all that.
I promise that there is some really good footage coming up in a new video, but...
What do you think we've been doing all night?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well, enjoy.
Well.
Welcome to Studio Borbus version 2.0.
We're rebuilding, guys, from the ground up.
I'm tending to my crops.
Hold up. I think you guys saw this in chapter 18, maybe? Boxes. New dev closet over here. A lot of programming books, the good stuff. Actually, that book right there is terrible. But the rest of it's pretty good. New bathroom. Huh?
You like my Oddish, dude?
Where's Oddish?
Right here. Oddish. It's fucking Oddish.
Woo! I think I see a Caterpie like in the leaf, maybe. Yeah.
I like it. Now I gotta get furniture.
Setting up the Rock Band equipment here. It's gonna be epic. Woo! Alright, Falco. Give me a second.
Yes.
Because I'm tired of people on the internet starting to think we're not going to release a video, and I want to make sure they knew we're not just sitting around doing nothing.
Oh, I've been doing absolutely nothing.
Well, we've been doing something, so...
No, we've been doing a lot of work, for real. Well, we have, the three of us. Everyone else is gone.
But,
hungover.
we do have some exciting announcements coming out pretty soon.
Oh, it linked. Sorry.
What happened?
It linked.
Oh.
Dreamcast build. You continue. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm excited.
But, hey, James, look at me real quick. Look at the camera. Alright, yeah, thanks to James down here. We've had some exciting news coming up. We will be re-releasing our website here shortly.
One that does not suck major ass, by the way. It's actually good.
It's going to be awesome. And with the release of the new revamped website, I also wanted to let everyone know, and hopefully I don't look atrocious here, but we're also revamping the ES team. And by that I mean over the last probably month or so, I've been recruiting artistic talent all over the place, abroad, here in the States, and we're actually really excited to show off some of our new members and some of our new members' work. So stay tuned for that.
The engine is still slightly rested on it. I'm working on some stuff, but one of my goals was to stop just working on the engine to where no one can see it. I wanted to fully integrate the engine the way it is now before I start dropping all this time and energy into making it look good. Because the toolkit was a success because we were iterative about it. People could play through our new features and stuff. I want the engine to be that same way. And before, we've never been able to invoke the engine on the Dreamcast. That's something I'm doing now. So I can go here, Dreamcast. Like I said, it's not working correctly on Dreamcast, but the functionality for invoking, sending it there, does not work. Fuck. Well, it did. Alright, we'll try again. Take two.
Alright guys, we're going to show off the newly revamped Studio Borbus so everybody knows what our dev setup is.
Yeah, we just had a giant housewarming party. There's a new bar. And Tyler, Marcel, and most of the other team they're hungover and they're not going to be here. But I know my limits and I'm dedicated to the project, so I'm actually going to be working with James and Jared. Here we have the new living room. The tiny little TV.
Full of games though.
Full of game stuff, of course.
You guys probably noticed this from, what, 16, 17? Or a lot of different chapters.
Yeah,
but
there's a
In specific, the last one we released in here was almost a year
This
ago.
is the new studio. All these have a bunch of games on them, in case you can't tell. This is actually the Nintendo one. Here you've got the regular Nintendo, the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. Over here we got the Sega Game Gear, Sega Nomad, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn, Sega CD 32X in one, Sega CD. Here's the modern consoles no one cares about. PlayStation 1 over here, Sega Genesis over here. And then this is my baby. This is an entire shrine dedicated to the best console ever, the Sega Dreamcast. I have a bunch of Japanese-only imports. Here's my rainbow-colored collection of VMUs. And I have pretty much every peripheral ever made in the US and Japan. Like, here's the Dreamcast iToy. Here's the Dreamcast karaoke machine up here. And yeah, those are my toys. Oh yeah, here's the bookcase of sacred ancient knowledge and wisdom. These are my babies.
Anything you need to know, somewhere in here. All the important stuff.
All the important
So no English or anything stupid.
No,
It's all programming. Ladies and gents of the interwebs, James and I are taking a short break from trying to dev at the house because sometimes it gets boring. We're on our way to Barnes & Noble to get some things done. More on that later. But, you know, just another sunny day in AL. Hot, humid, in the south, baby. That's where it's at. Alright, you got my beautiful face?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in recent days, Falco's gone back to working on the engine, and we don't necessarily have all the things ready to start testing yet. So since I've used Unity before, I'm going to go into Unity and put together a couple demo battle systems that we can test and embed online somewhere so that the whole team can look over it, play it, figure out what we like, what we don't like, and prototype that way instead of having to wait for things to get done in the engine. So I'm going to show some screen caps later, but that's what I'm doing. Well, look who we found at Barnes &
Yeah,
Noble.
I just happened to be at Barnes & Noble looking at the programming bugs, and it's like, wheel! Who are those good-looking twins over there?
Sweet. All right. I wanted to get that because that was pretty awesome. All right, fans on the internet. It's just another weekend at the studio parks. We do have something really exciting to share with you, and
Well, it's like my Dreamcast.
no, it's not. And I'm sure the team at Watermelon will be happy to know this if we do end up using this. But here's a game that I purchased online called Pierre Solar. It was made in 2010 for the Sega Genesis. And it's kind of like the same type of market we'd be appealing to, I think. It's a 16-bit RPG.
You guys are my heroes, by the way. We're targeting Sega, also. In case you didn't know.
So we're going to plug it up here in a minute, and I don't know if we'll necessarily do a game review or just kind of look at it, but it's really kind of motivational to see other people doing the same things we like to do. And yeah, that's it.
So this is our first look at Pierre Solar.
It's got pretty good music.
I know, we're trying to get the Sega CD to run with it, but it's kind of old and resty. It's been sitting in my closet for a year. I don't know if it's reading the CD, so we're on FM music. Jared got his first party member.
It's got dynamic, or I guess like collision avoidance. Like I'm walking down, I don't have to walk.
Oh yeah, it
down.
pushes you away. Yeah.
Yeah. They should join your party. Yeah. It had a really cool. We didn't get it on clip, but there'll probably be some later. But it did like a full screen cinematic.
Right. Man, that looks so good graphically. I like the menus too. Go back to the menu.
Oh, more, son.
Go to the menu. There. Secret of Mana style.
Makes me think of PlayStation 2. The Dash for PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah.
There's just more 3D.
So, it is 7:04 a.m. I haven't slept. We haven't really recorded anything, or especially I haven't, because pretty much I've been sucking ass the entire night.
Yep.
Could not get the one fucking thing I was trying to get working. So you saw like all the shadowy stuff I was working on. Basically all I have left is point light shadows. They're not fully working, they're still a little rested, but I'm happy with what I got. So this is a point light, an omnidirectional point light, and it's rested, but it's closer than it was. It was absolute shit. So what's happening here is, unlike the other shadows where I was using one shadow map texture, basically I'm having to render from 6 different angles from the, if this is, God, I'm tired and I can't fucking articulate for shit. So if this is the point light, I'm having to render to a cube map from the perspective of every face. So I have a cubic texture. I'm rendering facing this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, and projecting the objects onto it, and then I'm using that in a depth test. So I found this actually kind of kick-ass tool for OS X where I can...
What are we talking good about? OS X?
Yeah, where I can actually... Okay, so I hit a breakpoint on the GPU, and this is actually a kick-ass little tool. So I can go to Views, Resources. So now, these are all the textures I have allocated. Here is my cube map for what you're currently seeing, and actually it's not showing anything. Well, that is astounding considering the fact it has shadows. Well, I have no idea. It's supposed to be a lot more epic because it was supposed to have shadows on the cube map, but it doesn't.
I am astounded.
So hold on, I can at least do this. Okay, let me enable the shadows that actually work, the directional shadows. So let me break on GL. So this is what you should be seeing if shit was not actually rested. So cube map shadow there. That's the projection from the light's viewpoint onto the objects in the scene, and you can see that's the depth pass, and that's creating these shadows. No idea what the fuck's going on there.
Yeah, I don't really. It's fine.
This shit.
Alright, so
That's what I was talking about.
playing video games has always been a really good inspiration for us.
I've been playing a bunch of the new Zelda. A Link Between Worlds or whatever. That's some light bedtime gaming.
Yeah.
And it is actually a really good. It's a really good inspirational source, because even though they're not using sprites, they're using the same viewpoint angle as we are, and they have a lot of the same lighting effects and shit. For the most part, it looks good. They're doing some stuff. I honestly think we could easily do everything they do. But this one point, I found this shit when I was fighting a boss like yesterday, and I was just so fixated on these ice cubes. Like, oh my god, like getting my ass beat by these enemies. But check out these ice cubes. That is really cool. The thing is that it changes with the perspective of the camera. I'm not sure if that's just simple bump mapping plus specular mapping. That might be all they're doing, but it looks
impressive.
It looks absolutely
the camera, it doesn't
amazing.
really do this justice. Like, it's hard to see.
Yeah,
Tell.
it really is. But you're looking at the specular highlights for that bitch.
Yeah, I could give some.
That's something I
to it.
very much want to be able to do in ES. I'm trying to dissect it. Oh shit, without blowing my ass.
You
Oh
dissected
jeez.
Jesus.
But yeah. Oh, and by the way, it's a good ass game for all those of you who actually want to play games. And
I'm not that far,
dissect them, but it's awesome. But
I can't play
also,
games
I
and
wanted
not
to do this. Is what I was
dissect
talking about in ES. Also, like I can easily do that in the pixel shaders, to where a lot of games do this too. Like when you're being occluded by shit.
There you go. That would solve the problem.
Yeah,
of,
you
like,
can
getting
just
lost
render
behind
yourself as a
objects and
shadow.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Of course, the fixed function consoles can't do that, but fuck it, they'll be alright.
It'll be fine.
But yeah, we should be able to do that easily. It does look very slick.
Sweet. That's what's
I'm
up.
in the wall. All right.
Look at the fucking walls.
Yeah. The walls, I don't think they're bump mapped the walls. Okay, this one dungeon might be.
Usually the other bricks. Don't
Usually,
look like that.
usually they haven't used bump mapping as
Can you
much
get
as
back
I
to
would
the
have liked,
frost,
but I think
the
it's...
frost flake floor? I don't know where the fuck.
Yeah,
that
you
was.
might stop recording before I do.
Jeez.
There's more of that ice. Oh, alright, we're done. Alright, bitches. It's like time is it? Like midnight?
11:40.
11:40, day number 2 of not sleeping. I'm done. Like, we had a good run. I did so much shit that I literally can't even remember what all I fucking did. And like, all the matrix math for all the shadows I was working on no longer makes sense to me.
And we're supposed to get up and go to work tomorrow, but it's
Yeah.
snowing, so.
It ain't gonna happen. I think I might OD on coffee. You have something to show us?
Yeah, I've made some vast improvements to the pathfinding. I've actually done quite a bit of research and implemented 6 different variants of A-star, as well as some algorithm modifications like positive H nudges, negative H nudges, and cross product multiplication, or vector math rather, for breaking ties. And I actually have something to show you right here. It's pretty cool. I built this maze. I think I talked about this last time.
Yeah, I think.
But it's all solids. You can just tell it to chart it out. That's the entity up there.
Oh, and here's rainbow roads happening.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're testing different different algorithms on Rainbow Road.
For every tile, which is technically a waypoint in our system, every time that it's touched to check, to consider it for like neighbors or for a possible path, it makes it less and less and less transparent and fades the color based on the distance from start to finish.
Right.
This makes it a lot easier to understand how the algorithm is actually deciding what paths to take, or if it's like getting stuck in a corner.
Right,
or
and it
something
looks
like
fucking
that.
awesome, like Mario Kart.
But essentially, that's really what it does. It looks fucking amazing.
It does look really cool.
It also is comprised of about 7,000 separate entities. So.
Which still run okay, by the way.
Which is gonna run perfectly fine, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for mobile devices.
Yeah. No. I actually totally finished my perspection shadows. Well, I didn't finish it, but I got them to a moderately okay. I'm going to bed. I give up for tonight point. Because I'm fucking incoherent right now. Compiling. Alright, here's some shit. Here's a dude. Here's walking around. Here is producing dynamic shadows in 3-dimensional space in 2D. Oh god, I don't know how I can hold all this. I'm trying to like work so many buttons with the goddamn camera too, doing all this crap in 3D. But anyway, and there's, yeah, I mean it really is. Those are being generated from cubes, which is actually how we're gonna do shadow volumes. We're actually going to be placing entities as cubes that are going to be producing shadows. Oh yeah, now that I zoomed in, you can see my low-res issues I have with the near plane on the projection matrix. That's why you got that artifacting right there. But I will be working on that. For now, the algorithm totally works. We got perspective shadows. God, dude, I'm alright. Good night. Good night.
So this is where I come to program. I got all my posters and stuff. It's pretty sweet. And so when I'm not working on the soundtrack, I'm not working on university and stuff, I'm slowly working on learning the toolkit and learning some Lua stuff and what Tyler's doing, because there's a world that I'm designing that I want to work on that's going to be part of the game. And the more that I can learn and figure out how to integrate my music with the toolkit properly and make the audio more of an immersive experience for everybody, the better. So this is my little area that I kind of made, just learning to use the toolkit. There's going to be a lot more sweet stuff to come. Yeah, so I'm not just doing music, I'm also going to be working around a little bit with programming and making the game itself too. About 10 years ago, when I started recording music in this room, there is an orange elephant in the room. I have no idea why, I have no idea whose it is, but it's been here ever since. It's like my little studio mascot. So if you're watching this video wondering why there's an orange elephant right there, now you know. Yes, I do have Sad Keanu in my studio. Also, I got mail from Falco the other day. Look what he got me.
This shit better not wind up on Facebook, Peter. This is my rendition of What's Up by Four Non Laws. Judge me, Peter. 25 years and my life is still trying to get that great big love for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made of this brotherhood of man. For whatever that means.
He's actually hitting the notes.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get all of the voice in my head. And I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I can't breathe out and I scream from the top of my lungs. No, I'm sorry, fuck that up. Alright, motherfuckers. It is 1:22 p.m. Haven't slept, just threw together Adventures in Game Development Lost Chapter because people won't get off my dick about the next dev video. Literally about to collapse. The fuck are you doing?
Well, what I was doing was working with Crazy Bug.
Crazy.
Check
Without
this
giving away anything from chapter 23, just
out.
like real
Without
quick.
giving anything away, check this shit out and watch.
He's like experimenting with all the new bump mapping shit now that... Oh yeah, you don't know yet, but we've really been pristinicating the lighting and like
I opened the wrong one.
kicking it
I'm
up
excited.
a notch. The fuck's even happening? It's thinking.
Something like that. That's what it claims anyway. Oh, fuck. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, check this out. You can
Oh,
view like in
Jesus.
3D, like the
Yeah,
bump
that's
mapping
cool.
stuff that you're working with. So, like, we don't want to overuse bump mapping.
No,
because
hell
A,
no.
it's expensive. B, it's no longer like exciting. Everything's
Yeah,
just like.
it needs to stand out. That's
And-
what makes it look really like fancy and next gen-y.
And I mean, we are a 2D old school game, so like we want to have those elements that like the newer generations have, but like I think it would look like ass if the entire thing was fucking bump map. So we're gonna really go for like a high artistic feel to when it's being used.
Yeah, totally.
So playing
Yeah.
with this and trying to isolate certain like these
Wait, someone's
bookshelves.
at the fucking door. God. All right. Well, that's the end of Lost
fuck is
Chapter,
here?
dude. I don't know. Fuck. I know what the fuck this is.
Oh, apparently it's the UPS.
The last one in my collection, Game Programming Gems 4. This is why I'm broke as shit, but I have all of